So how do you effectively monetize your channel in 24 hours? Well, it's pretty simple actually. You pick the richest company in the world and you exploit the biggest tech search blind spot I have ever seen. I love case studies like this. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Weirdly, the story starts with one of these, the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook. I'm one of the few people in the world who gets Chromebooks. I love the fact that they're super lightweight, after years of use they never slow down, and they are always on. There it is. In seconds. That is an absolute deal breaker for me. So when Samsung announced the Rolls Royce of all Chromebooks with a 4K AMOLED display and a stylus, I was all shut up and take my money, even at an eye-watering $999 US. And that's where there is a slight problem. I don't live in the US, I live here. And while the said Chromebook is now readily available in the US, alas, we in the North apparently may never ever get to buy one. Which leads me to the biggest and most irrelevant first world problem I have ever encountered. I have $1,000 burning a hole in my pocket right now, and if I was Mr. Beast, I'd tell you all to like, subscribe and comment and I'd pick a random winner. But I'm not, because I'm selfish and it's my money, and I'd rather tear it up than give it away to you. Stupid indestructible Canadian money. So I want a lightweight computer that doesn't slow down over time, and that wipes out every single Windows computer on the face of the earth. And I want something that's always on. And if Chromebook doesn't have an answer, who does? I was always under the impression that iPads were tablets. These days, however, Apple seems to be touting them as viable alternatives to the traditional computer. But I always thought computers needed a keyboard and at the very least a trackpad to give them the productivity you need. And apparently this is Apple's answer, the Magic Keyboard, a first-party accessory that attaches itself directly to the tablet, rolling in at a typically Apple eye-watering price of $299 US. Alright Apple, you've got my attention now. I do see how this could turn itself into a viable computer. But I need to do the research here. I'm not just going to jump straight into this. I'm not an idiot. $300 for a keyboard? Yeah, I'm an idiot. But if I am going to do the research, I'm going to do what everybody else does. I'm going to search for it on YouTube. And if you have just skipped story time, shame on you. Now, being a tech enthusiast, I assume that when I search for a product such as the iPad Pro Magic Keyboard, the usual creator suspects are going to appear. MKBHD, Unbox Therapy, Linus Tech Tips, and so on. And when you search iPad Pro Magic Keyboard on YouTube, the auto-suggestion list is primed for all of the keywords and phrases you might expect. But on April the 19th, this is what YouTube search presented to me. A bunch of thumbnails from what looked to be 2012 and not a single video from a major tech creator on the iPad Pro Magic Keyboard. So that does look a little bit odd, and I thought to myself, oh, is the keyboard actually out yet? And when I searched on the Apple website, yes, it is available, although there is a lengthy shipping delay on it right now. So what does Google Trends tell me? Well, over the last 30 days there are two peaks. The first presumably when Apple first announced a product, and the second when presumably the product went on general sale and people wanted to know more about how to use it or watch tech creators' feedback on the product. But at the time when I did the search, there were no videos from the creators I know, love and most importantly trust. So let's go back to YouTube search and see what it did show me. First of all, from a vidIQ perspective, we think this is a fairly juicy keyword. Increasing search volume and not enough video competition to keep up with demand. And then we have the video results themselves. These top 3 videos are all from the same creator and have all been posted in the last 48 hours. Well, now this makes things really interesting. No matter which way you slice and dice it, the launch of any Apple product is a massive global event. Who would have thought, for example, that those wireless earbuds, AirPods, by themselves would generate more revenue for Apple than Spotify and Twitter combined? Now, I'm not going to say that the Apple Magic Keyboard is going to have such an impact as AirPods, but you're still looking at tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue for Apple, which means that it's a big thing in the tech community. So let's go back to YouTube search. Who is this creator with this keyboard? Well, the truth is, up until April the 19th, they were a nobody on YouTube, another channel of random content from years ago with freeze-frame thumbnails and no real thought put into their titles. They don't even have a channel banner, but then, out of the blue, this TikTok-length video appears on their channel, and it looks to be that magic keyboard that every Apple iPad owner is starting to get really excited about. So then, naturally, you treat the video with some skepticism. Is it a fake? But no, this looks like a genuine magic keyboard, and the likes to dislikes on the video confirm this. And then you can see from the vidIQ historical view count tool how the video quickly gained traction over 24 hours. So how does a 20-second video from a creator nobody's ever heard of get 75,000 views in 24 hours and jump to the top of the search rankings for a very juicy Apple tech phrase? Well, again, I think it's pretty simple. The absence of options. I think for a brief moment of time, that video was one of, if not the first video of a genuine review of the Apple Magic Keyboard. And with that golden opportunity, the creator did what we always recommend you do: double down on your best content. There is a debate that often rages amongst YouTube creators, and that is quantity versus quality. Most will rightly argue that quality should take precedence, but this is a perfect example where I would argue the opposite, at least to a certain degree. When you have everyone's attention because there is no competition, you should push out as much content as possible because that window of opportunity is not going to last long, as we will see later. So yeah, 6 videos in a 24 to 48 hour period may seem a little excessive, but when you do a search for iPad Pro Magic Keyboard and all of the results at the top of a search engine are from the same creator, what videos are you going to click on? The videos themselves tell me 2 things. First of all, this creator really does like his computers. And secondly, sometimes all you need is a mobile phone and something interesting to film. Oh, and apparently video tags don't seem to mean diddly squat anymore. I think basically in this situation, this creator has 2 objectives to serve their audience. The first, and it's really simple, give the audience more of iPad Pro Magic Keyboard. And secondly, to read what his audience is writing about his content and make videos based on that feedback.
Hey everyone, just another quick video here since there has been a lot of questions. So I got a list of questions here. I'm gonna go through them one by one.
As I continue to record this case study, Mr. Exit Strategy now sits on over 500,000 views, which almost undoubtedly will get into 4,000 hours of watch time, and he also has 1,000 subscribers. Welcome to the YouTube Partner Program. It is a little concerning that with 500,000 views, the channel only has 1,700 subscribers, but this is a symptom of many tech and educational channels where people just want to get the answers they want, see what they want to see, they don't want to subscribe to the channel. And to be honest, the quality of the videos does mean that the creator is probably not using calls to action or getting people to fall in love and trust the creator and subscribe to them for future content. So you might see this as a smash and grab. The opportunity was there and the creator grasped it with both hands. So what's going to happen when all of the other tech creators get their hands on this product? Well, we can find out because it's exactly what happened halfway through recording this video. The following day, on April 20th, I did an incognito search for iPad Pro Magic Keyboard so that my watch and search history wouldn't influence the results. And we have a brand new set of well-established, super popular creators such as The Verge, iJustine and Peter McKinnon. To find our hero of this case study, we have to scroll way down the list, which is probably going to kill the view velocity of these videos. And let's be honest, in a face-off between thumbnails, which ones are you more likely to click on? When you no longer have something unique to present to the audience, quality is always going to win out. What's also interesting about all of these new videos is when they were published, all at exactly the same time, 9 AM Eastern Standard Time on April the 20th, 2020. Now, the reason for this is because all tech companies hate it when information about their products is leaked early. And Apple is no exception and is the biggest target for this. So what usually happens is that tech companies have launch events before the product is released, say a couple of weeks, and they invite all of the big tech creators and journalists to go and cover the event. But right now, there is something called coronavirus which is stopping all of that from happening. Now, what will also happen is that tech companies will send out products early to those trusted creators, and what they will ask them to do is not release their content until a certain date and time, almost like a release embargo. So all of these creators have probably been making their iPad Pro Magic Keyboard videos over the last week or two and waiting for that release embargo date to arrive. But that doesn't apply to your average consumer who orders a product off of a website and just happens to get it before the release embargo. And again, that probably comes down to the unique challenges that the coronavirus is presenting to tech firms when it comes to logistics. Some people have just got their products early and stuck the videos on YouTube. All of which has created the perfect storm for a case study on YouTube. But all of this doesn't solve my original problem. What computer am I going to spend $1,000 on? Go on, vote up here, it'd be really helpful.